Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Chaos Theory video. I'm actually starting to get used to saying that now, don't worry. But for today's video, we're going to be continuing with our speculation videos on the new animated series for Jurassic World that's releasing next year, Jurassic World Chaos Theory. My latest theory video where we discussed the potential of hybrid dinosaurs appearing in Chaos Theory did so much better than I anticipated, which is great as I believe that many people deserve to hear about these theories and get excited for this new animated show. So, if you enjoyed today's video at any point, then be sure to share it around with your friends so we can get as much reach as possible and maybe even hit 200,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It may be a tough ask, but with less than 3,000 subscribers to go, I do think that it is still possible. But for today's video, we're going to be tying in the event of Camp Cretaceous Season 5 and Jurassic World Dominion to work out whether or not we could see BioSyn Genetics appear in this new animated series. So, once you're ready and you're comfortable, be sure you're sat back, relaxed, and ready to enjoy today's video as we work out whether or not BioSyn Genetics will return in Jurassic World Chaos Theory. So, here we are again with another Chaos Theory video. Today, we're working out whether or not BioSyn will be appearing in Chaos Theory. Now, I've got a few notes here that kind of make sense in my head. This is my first time reading them out, so do forgive me if this makes no sense whatsoever. But I believe I've got a substantial theory here to suggest that BioSyn may actually be appearing in this new animated series. So, what do we know so far about BioSyn? Well, BioSyn Genetics was the rival company to InGen that's been here from the very start of the Jurassic franchise. It first appeared in Jurassic Park with Lewis Dodson appearing and buying off Dennis Nedry to steal the embryos. We all kind of know what happened from there. After this, BioSyn didn't appear whatsoever within the franchise, not until Camp Cretaceous Season 5, which takes place in 2016. Within Camp Cretaceous Season 5, we had Lewis Dodson appearing once again on screen, but this time in animated form. He essentially discussed with Manticorp to actually buy some technology, and they actually went to Isla Nublar to capture some dinosaurs to see the technology in action. After this, we had to wait until the year of 2022 for Jurassic World Dominion, where BioSyn Genetics is big, back, and bigger than ever. It is the lead genetical company across the world and is now the place where they go and house dinosaurs. But when we think about it, we never really got a closed book to the story for Camp Cretaceous Season 5's BioSyn appearance. He showed up, he asked about the dinosaurs, he almost got killed by Dilophosauruses, he said that he was going to purchase some of the mind chips, and then after that, nothing really happened with that storyline. It was kind of left as a dead end. Because as we know, Manticorp Island almost went to shit, and then Daniel Kahn actually got arrested after he fled the island, and so the mind chips were just left in the laboratory, nothing to them. Like, they were just left there, nobody got to them, and that's about it. So the deal between Manticorp and BioSyn ultimately folded and didn't go through. However, when we do take a look in Jurassic World Dominion, we can see that tech in use. When the fire spreads throughout the BioSyn facility, we can clearly see that the dinosaurs are being mind control chipped to move to the main facility source so that they're away from the fire within the forest. And this has actually been confirmed to be the same technology that was used in Camp Cretaceous Seasons 4 and 5. So clearly, BioSyn got their hands on that technology somehow. Which actually got me thinking, because before we even knew Chaos Theory was going to happen, we were wondering this from the start. It was cool to see the technology, yes, because, seeing the dinosaurs be controlled and remotely controlled to go to a certain area, whilst it's not exactly the same as what we saw in Camp Cretaceous Season 4 and 5 with Manticorp's early prototypes, it is still the same technology. So I was thinking in my head, making my own headcanon, clearly something happened here, they went back and maybe got these chips, or they found out how to study them and decided to re-engineer them somehow, but now we can actually use this to a new theory. So because BioSyn clearly has the technology that Manticorp had from Camp Cretaceous Season 5, and because Lewis Dodson knew exactly what this Manticorp chip was supposed to do, this surely has to be explained somehow, as it seems as though the island was left abandoned after Season 5. Which makes me think that BioSyn, in some way, either Lewis Dodson or some mercenaries, must have come back for the mind chips specifically, and then potentially even counter-designed them to be much better. As we did say, they are slightly different, because in the movie, they mention this technology to be remote herding activation, which is not exactly mind-controlled, which is what we saw in Camp Cretaceous Season 4 and 5. Different purpose, different use, but re-engineered. But how could they do that if they don't have the technology? So clearly they must have gone back, maybe found these mind chips, and maybe used the science behind them to try and start a new revolution in their facilities. Now when we think about the timelines, Jurassic World Chaos Theory is suspected, not confirmed, but suspected to take place around the year of 2021, maybe even 2020. And BioSyn begun their meteoric rise from 2019 onwards, and very quickly became the go-to company to house rogue dinosaurs across the world. So, you can already see here, 2019, 2020, 2021. Chaos Theory takes place directly in the middle of BioSyn's rise to Jurassic World Dominion in 2022. With how big BioSyn actually are, it's clear that a big majority of the world would have definitely have heard of them. So I would actually be very surprised if they go completely unmentioned in Chaos Theory given the time frame. I don't doubt the fact that there could be some mentions like we got for Alan Grant and Owen Grady in Camp Cretaceous. Those names were mentioned very frequently throughout the show by Darius Bowman, so I won't be surprised if Lewis Dodson is name dropped or potentially BioSyn is name dropped in some way as well. Because at the end of the day, they are probably the biggest company in the world during the time that Chaos Theory takes place. So again, if I don't hear the words BioSyn Genetics or even see the words BioSyn Genetics on screen throughout the entire series, I will be very surprised to be honest. But if they do go along the lines of introducing BioSyn to Jurassic World Chaos Theory, then they could easily connect the plotline between Dodson and making him reappear again. That will hopefully connect from Camp Cretaceous Season 5 into Chaos Theory and then finalising into Jurassic World Dominion. For example, basically what happens here after Season 5 in 2016, let's say late 2016, Lewis Dodson goes back to Manticore Island with a mercenary team, steals all of these chips after locating them on the island, and then brings them back to the facility. Within the spare time in 2017 and 2018, he reworks and re-engineers these mind chips to be a lot better than to what we got from Manticore. And during that time frame, May Turner and Ben Pincus return back to the island, and it explains why we see them in 2018 on Manticore Island at the end of Season 5. But during this time frame, Lewis Dodson re-engineers these mind chips and makes them much better. He then plans an application to get them in use for dinosaurs that will then spread across the world from what we can see in 2018's Fallen Kingdom and 2019's Battle at Big Rock, and then they are put into use. However, maybe in the meantime, Darius Bowman during Chaos Theory discovers that Lewis Dodson is actually a bad guy, and he's trying to stop BioSyn from doing all of this stuff as he saw it all take place under Manticore's provision back in 2016, so he's trying to stop this happening as well. And unfortunately they may not be successful in doing so, but Darius and the others might start to learn about the new locust science that they're working on, and especially after learning that Dr. Wu is now with BioSyn, maybe Brooklyn is trying to break in there, something happens there, and in Chaos Theory, at the end of how many seasons they want to do, will end off in a cliffhanger that actually leads into Jurassic World Dominion and finalises that story in Jurassic World Dominion. So, in my opinion, if they do something like that, there's a very good likelihood that we may see them again in some capacity. BioSyn seems inevitable at this point. In my opinion, I say we have a very good chance that we'll see BioSyn. However, I am unsure on whether or not they'll be involved majorly or just have a minor cameo appearance for the sake of world building in Chaos Theory. Either way, in my opinion, I would suspect that we will be seeing BioSyn again on the small screen in animated form, and hopefully maybe even Lewis Dodson. That would be really cool. But I'm interested to know what you guys think. So go ahead down to the comments and let me know why you think BioSyn will be appearing in Chaos Theory and how you think they'll be appearing as well. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can get closer to 200,000 subscribers before the end of the year. But most importantly, all I ask for from you guys today is to make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.